Okay, so I like Stephen A. Smith. I think he's entertaining. Seems like a good dude overall. But he said something really silly on TV, and I want to make fun of him for it because it's the middle of January and there's nothing else to talk about. So Stephen A. said that the Lakers could trade Kyle Kuzma for Devin Booker, and he was kind of serious about it, just the way he worded it and everything. And then he said, well, you can also add a multitude of players, quote unquote, and maybe a pick. And there's just so much that's like dumb about this, and I just want to make fun of him for it. So the first obvious thing is, what? Devin Booker could make an all-star team this year and is one of the best two guards in the league and keeps on getting better, whereas Kyle Kuzma puts up like an inefficient 14 points a game. Now sure, Kuzma has room to get better and all that, but is this not a little ridiculous for a dude who's on national television, on a show that is watched by millions of people, on TV and the internet and everything daily, to just seriously suggest this? There's other things wrong with it besides just the comparison of Booker and Kuzma's talent, but that's the heart of this thing. Like, what the hell? Okay, like, I don't think Stephen A is a moron, but, like, really? This is being said on ESPN at like 10 a.m. in the morning or whatever. If you ever go on an NBA team subreddit and you look at trade ideas and you see just how one-sided all of them are, it's like, this is the type of move that you wouldn't even see on that sort of a thing. The most homer Laker fan of all time is not suggesting this move to anyone. And yet a dude who is supposed to be a sports expert and all that, who some people would view him as, is suggesting it on, ESPN. It's pretty dumb. The next thing is Kuzma and Devin Booker's salaries are worlds apart from one another. And yeah, I know Stephen A had the whole, well, that and a multitude of players. Steven, you can't just put Kyle Kuzma and a few dudes together and assume that the trade can work. You have to actually look at the salaries of the players involved, and it has to match within, 15% or whatever it is in the NBA? I mean, just for the sake of whatever. I'm trying to be on Stephen A's side a little bit right now. I went to the trade machine. I did Danny Green, Avery Bradley, DeMarcus Cousins' contract, and Kyle Kuzma for Devin Booker. That just simply makes the money work. Do I actually believe Stephen A took that into account when he just said multitude of players? No way whatsoever. And then, moving past the ridiculousness of all that, he says, and maybe a pick. Maybe a pick. Steven, do you know how many first-round picks it would actually take to even, for 1 second, remotely make this trade halfway possible? It would take like 4 first-round picks at the minimum. And then that suggests that he doesn't remember that the Lakers draft pick situation for the next 5 or 6 years or whatever is completely out of whack because of the Anthony Davis trade. I mean, they can't even move their pick this season because they owe next year's to the Pelicans. They will end up keeping it, we assume, because it only goes to the Pelicans if it finishes in the bottom 7, but they still can't trade their pick this year. And it pretty much is like that until the mid-2020s. And Stephen A just goes, oh yeah, just trade a few guys, trade a pick maybe, and just Kuzma for Booker. It makes sense. Now LeBron can have his third great player. Like, Steven, no, you can't do that. And the other problem is it just reeks of Lakers favoritism by ESPN because, this is the headline. It says Kyle Kuzma for Devin Booker, ? Stephen A wants to see the Lakers make a trade. That's ESPN's YouTube channel with 630,000 views, which I would love to have, so you know what, they might be doing something right at the end of the day. And I'm also talking about it, so maybe I'm a hypocrite in this whole thing, but you know what, here we are. This is the kind of thing that turns people off from ESPN, is when it's not even just the whole not knowing how a trade works, but it's the idea of not caring about the Phoenix Suns and just saying, oh yeah, let's just pluck their great player who's been there for years, and let's just put him on the Lakers because we're more interested in the Lakers than we are the Suns, And that is definitely some criticism that ESPN has gotten over the years. I mean, the big example is the Cowboys. At least the Lakers are really good, so it's justified for why they're talking about them so much. But even so, this move finds a way to make the Lakers a bigger deal than they even already are as maybe the best team in the league with LeBron. I mean, they were my preseason pick to win the finals, and I feel pretty good about it right now. So I get why the Lakers are going to be in the news, but this Kuzma for Devin Booker thing, like, come on, you know? But at the same time, am I shocked that ESPN has it on their YouTube channel? No, I mean, a lot of people watched it. I'm talking about it, so there you go. But I felt like addressing it anyway because it's the middle of January, like I said before, and in terms of NBA stories, I mean, until the deadline pops up, there's not a whole lot going on. I mean, Zion's coming back, so that's cool, but yeah, I'm just rambling at this point. Anyway, that's it. A Kyle Kuzma for Devin Booker suggestion of a move is ridiculous, and I felt like making fun of Stephen A for it. He's never going to see this video, so what does it really matter? And that's it.